Hello.
Howdy.
And welcome to another year of Wyverns and Weirdos. For you guys, it's been 2 weeks, maybe, if that.
Yeah.
For us, it's been about 2 months.
But the good news is we're now closer to release date than we were previously.
But that's quickly
good.
about to change because we're going to pump them out again.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah, and then we'll be back,
Yeah.
Years will hear it.
So, before we get started with getting back to the game properly, does anyone have any announcements?
Haha. Hi. So if you're following my Twitter, you already know this. If you know me personally, you already know this. But what's up, my dudes? I was identifying as not what I thought I was. I'm actually a trans man. So he, him pronouns. If you see me on the streets, if these guys slip up, don't worry about it. They're learning too.
We've known Eddie for...
they've known me.
Jake and I have known Eddie for probably over a decade.
Time. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
a really long
would
fucking
be.
time.
You guys are old.
Yeah.
It would be about a decade because we would have been about 14.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, so about a decade
Babies.
now, they've been referring
Young
to me in
people.
one way.
Yeah.
So if you hear them slip up, just shut up. They're my friends. It's my business. It's fine. We'll leave it.
but you be quiet.
You be
please.
quiet,
And thank you.
please. But yeah, you guys all, if you're tuning into the podcast, you'll notice some changes. If you're just tuning into the podcast, you will notice some changes. However, probably not for another 6 months of recording. But I'm officially out to the majority of my family now.
So season 4.
So basically 2021.
Yeah. Just in
We might be finished with this campaign by then.
Oh, hopefully
depending
not.
on where we end.
They'll follow me on Twitter, and then
Yeah.
you can see what I really look like in real time, and that is at @EdBenSpence.
Yes, and and they'll also probably notice it.
Oh, and on all of
with,
our social medias because I.
They'll also probably notice it
that.
when there's any sort of side episodes that are recorded later.
We
on
look
in the
super
year.
different when we're,
Yeah.
when we're in bonus material because they're usually more updated
Yeah.
than the main season. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, it'll be
Peek
really
behind
weird,
the
just jumping between different levels of visual masculinity.
It's going to be great. It's going to be a fun
Awesome.
time for everyone involved. But, this is going to be a kind of fun and interesting journey that I'm excited for everyone to share with me. And if you have problems, I don't care. You don't know me.
All of our listeners are super cool.
Yeah.
Just like you, cool guy.
Yeah, from what I've seen, all of you guys are super awesome, and I'm sure you'll be super awesome about this. And look, if you didn't want a queer and trans podcast, you've probably been listening to the wrong podcast for about a season now, so that's on you, buddy.
Yeah. The D&D podcasting community, at least, is very
queer.
Very queer.
D&D is a
great.
queer space, guys,
Yeah.
and if you guys aren't comfortable with
There's-
that, you're in the wrong game.
There are certain circles of, in real life D&D that aren't quite as welcoming.
I think that the
yeah.
majority of those groups are just groups that haven't actually divulged into the D&D community as much as they think they
No,
have.
they're mostly old school gamers who are mostly within certain within their own circles.
Because they only see their own circles, they don't see the expanded universe
Yeah.
of, wow, a lot of gay and trans people play a lot of D&D.
Which
for many, very on the nose.
if you're in part of those circles and you're not
we
prick about it,
we love you.
all power to you.
But it's cool.
Yeah.
We're here too.
Just yeah.
D&D's for everyone.
Yes.
Precisely.
Yeah, that wasn't a jab on those communities.
If everyone played a bit more D&D, I think the world would be a better place.
it would be a better
Amen,
place.
brother.
Anyway, announcements that aren't me making bad dad jokes. Go.
I got a haircut. What about you, Laura?
I got a haircut. Yes.
I actually
too.
also got a haircut.
We all have haircuts.
I have yet to have a haircut.
Yeah, there we go. The DM letting us down again.
Yeah. He does what he wants.
Other than maybe like a trim for dead ends and thinning it out and stuff, I may not be having a haircut for a while because
Dreads.
No. I may not be having a significant haircut for a while because one because I used to have like really long hair when Jake and I and Eddie, and like when I met Jake and when I met Eddie. I think I cut it off by the time I met Laura.
Yeah, people do that.
Good segue, by the way.
But growing it long because I miss having long hair, but also because I will likely need long hair for the show I'm in coming up. So I'm going to be playing Galahad in Livid Productions Spamalot.
We're all very proud.
Which, from recording this, I got the news yesterday.
That's awesome.
And it's going to be announced at some point officially, but we're so close to production that
it'll likely be the same, and if it isn't, this is being cut.
We're 2 months out from the show, basically. And yeah, well, usually the cast is announced first week of rehearsals, I think, from memory.
We're in the future now,
yes.
so it's a fact.
Yeah.
It's cemented in fact, or this audio doesn't exist for you, in which case, fuck you. You can't catch me. I'm in the future. The future can't.
So yeah, go and check out Derby, I guess.
Yeah,
Where
go see
will that
Derby
be,
in his show
Derby?
if you're local
So it will be at
to the area.
The Albury Entertainment Centre in the city of Albury, of course. Albury, Australia, I should say, because I know we have English.
Yeah, get on the boat, Quintley. Come over. Come
I
on,
know
watch
we have
us.
English viewers, and I know that
wanna
there is
meet
at
you.
least one.
Isn't it
And
like
have big-
isn't it Aubrey or something like Aubrey?
There's probably an Albury in Canada too. So if you're from Canada, it ain't in your Albury.
Yeah, it's Australia.
Feel free to come round, though.
And Ariel and Becky, if you are the Canadians listening to this, hi. Thank you for supporting us. That's really sweet.
We also have like enough like German now and Spanish listeners.
We need another business meeting. Since when have we had Germany? Hi, Germany.
That it's turned into like a blip on like our Podbean statistics.
That's
Awesome.
amazing.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
I hope you're still
Senor and
listening.
senorita.
I doubt there's
Ignore
a
him,
Spanish
please.
or German town called Albury.
Yeah.
But you never know. So Australia is where this production will be based.
Yes.
So jump into that Google and look up Livid Productions Spamalot Albury Entertainment Centre and you'll find the deets there.
Yes.
If you're local to the area or are taking
Go
a very
see
long
Derby at
plane
Stage
trip.
Door, maybe, if he does Stage Door then.
we generally do that with.
Yeah, exactly. Go see Derby at Stage Door and tell him how much you love this podcast, because he genuinely will probably freak out and then tell us the next session. So I will
We wanna see
personally
that.
be delighted. Do it for me and also for him.
And one last thing, we have no aspersions of this actually going anywhere, but by the time this comes out, we will have launched our Patreon.
And our Instagram.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah. Our Patreon and our Instagram. Yeah. No expectations on that. We just thought if any of you wanted to support the show and get access, it's not for nothing. You get
We'll have some fun goodies
some
for you.
simple
Chuck us
stuff.
$1. It'll
yeah.
be great.
like
Give it $1.
at the basic level, you get stuff like the homebrew mechanics that
And our undying love.
Yes. Yes.
Absolutely.
So, like, you
Legally
you
binding.
can find out what the mechanics behind Neumann's.
There's a lot.
Newman's.
He's very
Tinker,
mechanical, I guess. So that makes sense.
His Tinker subclass and his Infiltrator subclass.
Ironically, his class has been tinkered quite a lot.
Oh, I can't wait to get back to season 2
We
so
discussed
much.
it, but I forgot to write up the change to the destruction drone from the Tinker.
Yeah.
That change is in place. We'll discuss it in the
You guys
little
will.
break bit.
You won't even
But,
notice.
Yeah.
I doubt I'll use it in the traveling that we're doing. So.
But yeah, I
Excuse
guess click on our Patreon link and you'll be able to see all the dates there.
Yeah. We'll have links
Dates that may
everywhere
have
for
changed
everything.
since then now.
Yeah.
And we have goodies planned as well.
We'll hopefully we also have like a couple of goals on there. Again, they're like pie in the sky. Don't expect them to happen, but
also go check them out and you'll see. And if you want to support us, you're welcome to chuck us $1. If you can't support us, feel free to just share our podcast with your friends because, word of mouth is pretty much the only way that we've been advertising this, and it's been overwhelming so far. So the more you can help spread us to other people, the more we love it. Now, I think the only person who hasn't had an announcement is Laura.
Oh, yeah.
Bring it to you.
It's me. Hi. I don't really have any major announcements. I do really want to thank because I'm very fond of art and stuff, and I do a lot of art. So if you check out my Twitter, especially, I try to do a doodle for every episode.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
Please check it out.
But yeah, so I just want to say thanks to people who've been drawing art. That's really awesome. Especially my wife/enemy Quinley. We have a very it's awesome. She's done so much really cool art, and like everyone else, we've had lots of art from other people as well, and hopefully even more by the time this airs.
We do see every single one of them as well.
It's literally awesome. Like, I love all of it. If I haven't personally commented on it, like giving you my undying love, please tag us in it. The usual Wyverns and Weirdos stuff.
Wyverns and Weirdos.
Or personally tag my Twitter handle, which will be in the description of whatever this comes up on, because I will just come and just love mail all over you.
Go nuts.
Yeah.
We love it, and we
really
usually will just share it in our little group chat we have anyway, and be like, oh my god,
yeah, I kind of just scream every time. I also print out everything that has Bertie in it, so I have a wall of him now.
I should do that for Anya.
Maybe I should use Twitter.
Yeah. You should just go there and just retweet all the cool art and stuff that people have done.
You should use Twitter to the extent that I use Twitter, which is have it
lurking.
Barely use it.
That's what I've got. I have an account. It's there. It's just I haven't logged into it. The only time I logged
Darby
into
at least
it
sees my tweets.
You should just
know who doesn't?
Just make a Neumann account. Like just tweet as Neumann.
Yeah. I highly doubt anyone spells Neumann like this.
Meow, meow, meow.
Yeah.
Meow, 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 meow. Meow.
You can speak common.
So thanks so much to our fans for support. It's really cool. I'm like always blown away with what we see, and so thanks very much. I hope you'll enjoy the second season. I'm kind of really excited and also terrified for obvious reasons if you listen to the last season. So thanks very much for supporting us, and thanks to you guys.
Scared and horny.
I can't really remember what happened. Did something bad happen? Or?
No, absolutely not. I think it was Anya's fault. I actually don't know.
I think Anya
definitely not
actually
mine.
accidentally put a blessing on the world, and now we all have 1 million billion coin pieces.
Yes,
and no bad guys.
And no bad guys exist ever, and everyone was happy.
Then again,
ancient shadow monster.
But also if there's no bad guys, then we have very little income. So maybe there's some bad guys.
a lot of bad guys.
If we've got
Bad guys
100 million billion.
That's a terrible mindset.
And one last thing, it's not so much an announcement as a comment, but I am actually as good as back to being within arm's reach of these guys.
Hi, Darby.
Hello, Darby.
I can do this, and I can reach out and touch
your head over there
stuff
like you
on the
were
table.
before.
Yes, he's actually close to the table.
We each
now.
have a camera to control.
So now he can kind of just slap us when we like say
Too much pressure.
Hey Darby, so we're gonna roll for how attractive that gnome is, for like that hobgoblin is. Thanks, Darby. He can just reach over and slap us directly instead of
I'm not
verbally.
quite that close.
We can see his exasperated expressions in HD,
Let's
just
see
like
it.
you guys can.
Yeah.
If you're tuning into the podcast, check us out on YouTube.
Yeah, check us out. Please give us a
Getting better at
like.
these
So-
things, guys.
Without further ado, let's jump in to our second year of Wyverns and Weirdos. And welcome back. So,
I was getting my spells open.
yes, where we last left off, the party spent 2 weeks traveling to Dorum. On the way there, Bertie refused to sleep,
Yeah, that's
resulting in him being exhausted, but nowhere near exhausted as you would expect. Anya kind of, got a bit more emo.
Wow, gee, thanks, Darby.
And am I wrong?
I mean, like,
Let's say surly. Surly? Rest.
mental illness is a complex thing that's a lot deeper
Can we just say
than
metal?
emo.
Metal?
But she gave in to some things,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, Neumann made an immovable rod, and everyone had visions.
And then he killed himself.
He kind of did, didn't he?
Wow.
Not in the most literal
Welcome
sense.
back to Wyverns and Weirdos.
He fought his inner demons.
Yeah.
And killed himself.
And in the end, Neumann ended Neumann.
Yeah. Yeah.
There can only be one.
Okay. So where we pick up, the party are arriving in Dorum to discuss the results of the Wild Shade mission at some point. It has been 2 weeks, so you're under the impression that the entire convocation is probably in Dorum at this point. And yeah. What do you want to do?
Cry.
You don't necessarily have to go straight to the convocation.
I guess, like, what does the
up
party
to
in
you.
general, do we feel we need to go to convocation first as soon as we get there?
I think Anya feels like that's what needs to be done first.
I feel like that will decide what we're going to be doing
Yeah.
afterwards, whether or
And
not we're
she,
going to prison or...
It's true. I kind of feel like she'd butt in regardless of...
She kind of has a new sense of urgency to her now. You've noticed over the past couple of days too, as they've grown closer to Dorum, she seems a lot more sort of determined, which is both a good thing and a bad thing.
To us, we think it's a good thing.
No, you think it's
But
a
you-
good thing
you have
and a
a-
bad thing.
But then you have ulterior motives that we don't know about, question mark? Or...
Well, it's that you, the player, knows about because you were there for a vision.
Yes, but I'm talking from Newman's perspective.
But Neumann
and Bertie's
wouldn't.
perspective.
But it's also like, I don't know, I guess where she was sort of in the background a little bit before, she's more like, I don't know, bossy a little bit. Or not bossy, but she's like, this is what we need to get done. We need to do this now.
I completely agree, but it's good to see you back on your feet. You look a lot better than
I
what
have
you've
been working tirelessly for the past week, but it is good to see that you notice now.
Yeah, you look super fit and like really like it looks great. You're doing a good job.
I mean, I
with
have
like your life.
I have a pretty bad record for noticing things, so
I can't disagree with that. But that's why we tolerate you, Neumann.
You, on the other hand, Bertie, look terrible. Oh no, never mind. She can't see you. Ignore that. It's fine.
I know, yeah.
She can't see you at all.
Bertie, you look terrible.
Wow, thanks, Neumann. That's real great of you.
What does he look like?
Terrible. No.
Sorry, like that's really rude and hurtful. Oh my god.
Looks like level 3 of exhaustion.
You gotta say that as Neumann to Anya. How would you describe level 3 of exhaustion, man?
So Bertie's bags under her eyes have bags.
You have to explain in character as Neumann to Anya.
So like,
so does he like just insult Bertie and then he like humbles over
he's sort
to
of
Anya?
leaning in and like he's pointing to things as well, which now that I think about it is completely irrelevant.
Yeah, but Anya
and
would be
it's fine.
It's very in character.
it's like there's like, you know how like when some people are tired they have grey under their eyes? I think that's black. It's like almost as if
like he has been punched.
almost, yeah. Have you been punched,
so
Bertie?
offended. No, but like I kind of feel like I am being right now emotionally. Like, who says that?
And
what the hell?
I mean, there is like a natural hunch to the pose. I've noticed that's quite different to what
But he like straightens himself out real bad.
Quite the proud, outstretched sort of spinal sort of standing. It's definitely a very, very large stretch. Almost like a little bit of shivering as well. That's not good. Just passive
Bertie, do you
shivering.
need a blanket?
No, I'm fine.
I'm sure I have a spare jacket, though. You can take mine. I don't really feel the cold.
Oh my gosh! Like this is really weird and like really like rude and personal.
No, but Bertie, you always look immaculate. Why would you not be immaculate?
I don't know. It's been real rough traveling along for 2 weeks. It's really annoying. I cannot wait to book myself into a big lavish hotel and just go to town. Like,
should we share a room again?
No,
I sort of missed that.
Absolutely not. No way.
I sort of missed that.
Especially if you're insulting my appearance. And he kind of like, while he's doing this, I guess, like, Darby, is this like a cool thing? Like, because I kind of imagine Bertie, the way that he looks at the moment is kind of vaguely magically like influenced, like, because a lot of Eladrin are like they're plant people or like ice people or something.
Are the petals turning brown like
That's what I was
petals
about
that
to
have
ask,
been
like-
stepped on when they've fallen on the ground?
I can't imagine they're probably just like a little bit withered, but like I imagine like while he's getting like annoyed at you guys, he's kind of like he's obviously actively trying to like like glamour over himself, I guess. Is that like, so he's trying to like glamour himself back into like looking like perfect again, but it's kind of like a little bit like
off
fucky while that's happening. So like I guess like a couple of like flowers are sprouting or whatever, and then like shoot back. Yeah. Is that cool? Does that happen? Because he's an Eladrin, so they're kind of weird anyway. Yeah. And he's like, yeah, so like, oh my gosh, like that's really rude. Like I wouldn't expect, like, I guess I'd expect that from like Anya, but not you, Neumann. Like you're Mr. Cheerful Sunshine. Well, I'm Mr. Cheerful Sunshine. You're kind of like yeah, what the hell? Like I'm fine. I am fine.
I personally thought that the kitten is a little bit obtuse and loose with his opinions. Have you been traveling with the same cat? He just says what is on his mind.
Well.
Like, I'm happy to help in any way. I'm just I'm just saying what I'm saying, but like, obviously, it doesn't look like you're in the best way. Is there anything that we can do to help before we go potentially?
Correction, is there anything that he can do to help? I think that we have better things at hand and you need to pull yourself together.
Yeah, absolutely. I would agree with that. He kind of like snaps and then his appearance just pings back into like fresh and happy. Like, yeah, it's great. It's like, but it's kind of like a little bit overdone. We shouldn't be talking about this. We should be doing stuff. Anya, what was it? You want to kill someone or like, what was it you were suggesting? Oh yeah, go and talk to Cigar. That's great. I can't wait. I'm fine. I just need some more coffee.
I just want to say,
takes like a big chug of like a flask.
I, as a player, feel horrible for how mean Anya's being. But also, it seems like what she'd be like. I'm really
it's
sorry.
valid. I think everything that happens, like, it's cool. Yeah. Bertie just takes
I love Bertie.
jittery
I
chug of
think
his
Bertie
flask.
is the sweetest.
And then he like just kind of like hops out of the cart, like, come on, let's. Yeah. I assume we're going to like horse parking to park the cart somewhere.
Yeah.
Parking, you mean a stable?
Or is there like a caravan park?
There'd be something akin to that in like the
Private horse park.
what
Or is it
would
fixed?
be?
Is it fixed rate?
Wait, is there a valet? Valet service?
Probably in. Let me check. Something like.
My ear sounds like a record when I do that.
In the horse wash.
Wicka, wicka, wicka.
Oh, I guess like I can just picture like some scantily clad gnomes or something, just like lathering up the horse.
Oh, and they're in skimpy outfits.
Yeah. Is that there, Darby?
No.
Fan artists,
okay.
please make it canon. If you draw it, it becomes canon.
I'm gonna draw it,
That's
and
the
I'm
law.
not
How this
podcast,
works.
so
It's exactly how it
Yeah.
works.
Absolutely.
If it's endorsed by more than 50% of the team, then yes, it's canon.
Yeah.
The smartier, the better.
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess like the visual I want to see is like after like Bertie he just like hops out of the cart and he like just hands the fee, I guess, for the parking, the horse parking to the person waiting outside. So the uncomfortable person who's been waiting outside probably for like 10 minutes while these guys have been having a conversation about what they want to do before they hop.
Which is a dwarf in a bikini, ready to wash the car.
What roll for attractiveness?
It's probably in the Promenade of Plenty.
I don't care if it's a 10.
Like,
Yeah.
which is
Promenade of Plenty.
the market district, essentially the major trade district.
Yeah. And how much will I be paying for horse?
How much is
Caravan
the
parking.
dwarven?
The size of the
wash.
cart, it's about $1 a day.
Silver a day. Okay. He hands him a gold piece.
All right, so that's 10 days paid up.
Yeah.
All right, and you make your way to the convocation.
On foot.
All right.
But Bertie's like striding ahead of you. I guess he would know where it is. He's been
Got your exhaustion at.
Yeah.
Well, like he's attempting to stride ahead.
I think he's on
they
2.
they can move faster than you at the best of times.
Anya can't see.
Like Bertie's
wouldn't
not
have
very
noticed.
fit anyway. He's making he's walking huffily towards it.
If you guys are trying to eclipse him, you can easily do so.
Anya doesn't even notice, and she probably just naturally takes your arm, Neumann, and whether you comment on it or not, like she just doesn't.
I mean, it's happened
she's
before,
like,
so no.
needs guiding.
Like, that's what happened in the first episode or second
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah,
so,
no, that's nice.
You're
I
her
like
guide dog, only you're a cat.
Guide cat. That's
Guide
blessed.
cat, please.
What's
yeah.
Tanup doing, Darby?
Rest in peace, Adam and
Just
Bugbear.
standing there uncomfortably throughout the whole entire conversation, which is pretty Tanup.
Tanup's kind of following along.
I'm sad Tanup didn't get a vision. Vision for Tanup 2020.
No, she
It's just
didn't.
nightmares of Bertie, like
Well, we didn't get
charging her
a
taxes
vision.
or something.
She's not a
Word.
PC. You're not going to get the vision. Like,
it's
if
a
she had a
mystery.
vision, you're not going to see it.
Tanup
Also, we
has
haven't-
premonitions
the bad guy.
of the hot
bad girl.
dwarf car wash.
Yes, that was
That
the
was
dream.
her vision.
Also,
It's canon now, Darby.
none of our characters have discussed visions.
Yeah.
No,
as
you're
well.
right.
Yeah,
So,
no one knows what's happened.
like,
Yep.
as far as we're aware, we all just had dreams and no one else had dreams.
Yeah, that's it. We all just had some sleep times. Sorry, Dad.
I'm very surprised that Neumann didn't mention it.
Well, I've been meaning to, but it hasn't come up in a natural way, so
It's fair.
it's there.
We got to walk.
Oh, wow. Guys, I got to share something with you. I just remembered. I completely forgot about it. I don't know why, though, because it was pretty intense. But I had, like, this really intense dream, right? There were two of me's, right? And we duked it out.
What kind of dream is this? I don't want to hear anymore.
like, I've had those kind of dreams, but like, I wouldn't like say that, like.
Yes,
right?
it says
Oh my god! I'm walking. I'm walking right now.
Duke? Is that what the kids are calling it nowadays, Bertie?
And he was
Well,
like...
yeah. I'm not a kid. So like, I don't know.
but it was he. The other me said something along those lines of like, "Oh, I like it when you let me out to play," and it was just
Okay. Right, not listening.
This
I'm
makes
not
so much
listening.
sense in context, and no one made any dirty references. And now that you've turned duking into some sort of sick masturbation reference,
You gotta make sure it's canon and not just players laughing
that's
at
it.
words that have been said.
Precisely. It's canon now.
But yeah, no, okay. So let me just fix this up a little bit. It was weird. I was in like this weird place. It felt familiar, but I don't know. It was sort of like lush forest, I believe. I remember. I think it was like a foresty sort of environment, wasn't it?
Okay, forest good.
And yeah, there was another me. It pulled a sword. It pulled my blade out. It pulled my blade out, but it was from their sheath. And then I had a look, and my sword was gone. And then it attacked me, and I won the fight. But then I just sort of woke up. But it was like it looked like me when you know that weird thing that has happened to me before, where I have the eyes.
Yeah.
I've actually never seen it, but Rook mentioned it.
Yeah. I like from what Rook mentioned to me as well. I'm guessing that's what I looked like. But yeah, it was
so you
quite-
mean sword fighting as in with actual swords?
Yes.
Yeah, no.
I was forced to use
Not very
this
interesting.
rapier, but they were using this rapier.
Oh, that makes a lot more sense.
What were you thinking?
It doesn't matter. So do you think that this dream was like real? That this was the entity in your sword?
Did I wake up damaged?
no.
It felt real at the time, but then when I woke up, it was sort of just a dream. But like, it felt real.
You confronted your sword. I forgot about it, and it just happened.
Yeah, it's and like after the dream, I went and like I still had my sword, and like I inspected it for anything weird, and there was nothing there. It's just
Like,
still magical and stuff. But
is that the weird thing you were doing with your sword in the library a while ago?
yeah,
Like,
you
I don't weird things with his sword in the
came
library.
by. You came by and you saw me
Yeah.
hammering at my sword,
Yeah, like I thought I was hallucinating at that point, but
and I told you to mind your own business. That's right. Yeah.
I remember that now. And he takes another swig of his flask.
Yeah. Well, it was just such a weird thing.
Is that not normal for you?
No,
like, it's a healthy thing.
I usually just sleep like nothing. Like I dream sometimes, but nothing that seemed that real.
I think that maybe.
Like I think it was something to do with Titania. I believe it was Titania that I was fighting, but it kept on saying it was me.
I do not think that was Titania. I have heard of Titania. That does not sound like Titania. It does sound like her tricks.
2 points of clarification. It never said it was you.
Yeah.
And it explicitly said it. I don't know if it explicitly said it,
It did.
wasn't
It
Titania,
said it
but
wasn't
it's-
Titania.
yeah.
It said,
Yeah, but like,
I'm not Titania.
but like,
idiot.
would
right.
Newman trust
Yeah,
them
so it
though?
very explicitly said.
This is all like in character for
Then it's
Newman to be
not
saying
fun.
though. Like it makes
Yeah.
sense
Yeah.
from his point of view.
just as long as there's no confusion on Jake's part.
Yeah.
All right. I was hoping like it was just some sort of deception,
Yeah, well,
and that I did just kill Titania, and I am now a god.
Yeah, you're now.
You
can now
think killing an archfey would be that easy?
I mean, it could be.
In a dream,
Not just an archfey, the queen of archfey.
Let's not find out.
Yeah, so I don't know, it's quite strange, but
Well,
just letting you guys know, I like to share everything with you guys.
maybe.
And I just thought this was really
Yeah.
weird, so
maybe
Yeah,
mention
clearly you
if
do.
you have another one,
we'll do.
and we will mention if you have the glowy eyes again, if it is something that is noticed.
Well, yeah, I can't necessarily remember when it happens. Usually I just sort of snap out and snap in, but I get stuff done.
Yeah. Well,
As a player, I know he doesn't get stuff done because every time that happens, he's literally just running around looking for something to kill.
It's good though.
Yeah, I can imagine both Bertie and Anya are like,
He gets certain things done.
Yes.
Yeah.
you get things done. Sure you do, Neumann.
yeah.
Yeah, so, no, it's just strange. But, like, yeah, do you guys have dreams a lot? Like, is that just a Karasi thing that we just have a lot of dreams?
Yeah,
or?
like elves dream. Like that's.
Dreams are
Yeah.
a part of trancing.
I think that's everything. Yeah.
I don't think I have ever dreamed of another self of mine that I have fought and killed.
Yeah, I haven't dreamt that yet.
But you said
yeah.
you had dreams like that earlier, but that
Oh
just
well.
where there's more than one of you.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't feel comfortable telling you about
Bertie
that.
Oh.
has cast this spell before where there
Yeah.
is more than one
Yeah,
of him.
it's
It is
normal.
not beyond the realm of capabilities
Yeah,
of him dreaming about that.
Precisely.
Isn't that right, Bertie?
Yeah. Yup. He takes another swig of his flask and just trots a little bit further on.
What about you, Tanib? Is it sort of like an artificer thing, or?
Nothing I've ever heard of.
I think this is definitely to do with your sword.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to sort of rule out all other options.
Yeah, this is a sword thing. I don't think you have to investigate other options when
I mean, you've already
it
said
killed you with
that
or
it's
tried to kill you with your
a
sword.
cursed sword.
Yeah, well, I can't necessarily. Like, there's something wrong with it, but. Like.
Do you want to remove the curse? We can probably look into that, but not now.
Maybe,
now
yeah.
we kind of have to get to the girl.
Yeah, we're getting there. As we keep on walking at a constant pace.
You do notice, like, as you're walking around, there seems to be some cheering for.
Not for us, I hope.
No,
We don't deserve that.
for some adventurers who have just gone back into town. That you hear something about like dragon slayers.
Oh, of course, dragon slayers. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Interesting.
I'd ask if Anya recognizes any of them. She can't see them. She doesn't
Yeah.
know.
Alright, well, Newman's gonna tune in whilst he walks by. Does he pick anything out?
You notice that most of the group are of races that aren't really seen to integrate into common society in Erethold. Maybe in regions further afield. Definitely not in. I believe you get orcs and goblinoids, or at least goblinoids in Karas. Let me just double.
What about
What
in
races
Navora?
are they?
So
Oh
you
god,
don't
I gotta
get
get the
orcs,
dice
but
ready.
you get goblinoids
Oh, yeah.
in Karas, but they're mostly, again, like not really integrated into.
Goblin heroes,
Society.
that's cute.
Please.
Um,
Yes, what are they, Darby?
But so there is an orc in heavy armor.
Who is a 7? Hell yeah, my babe.
So she
Oh, yes. Extra
has
2
like
plus
the
2 to a lady
the
orc.
iconography of
being a
deity
totally
of some
hot
sort
babe.
on her shield.
Yep.
There is a half elf
Who's a 6?
fairly spartanly dressed, unarmored, and has a staff. There is a hobgoblin who.
Is it a hot goblin?
The hot goblin is a 9.
Yes. For podcast listeners, Darby and I were in a campaign once where we got a nat 20 for a hobgoblin, so he was therefore renamed Hot Goblin, which is, I guess, what this hobgoblin's nickname is now. Canon? Yes.
I mean, if you want to call them that, then
Okay, it's the Hot Goblin now.
It's the hot
he's
goblin.
not.
I mean, I guess Bertie would be like, it's a very hot hobgoblin there.
Does he wear armor?
Like in his little head, that's what he's thinking.
So he is in half plate, and carries a crossbow and a longsword, and then there is a goblin.
Who's a 5? Oh.
Well, I mean, compared to
he's
the
a
other
goblin,
bodies,
so-
it's hard to
Yeah, but we had a hobgoblin that was a 9.
Yeah, but the hot goblin is making the other guys look not as hot.
Yeah, that's it. Like, it's by comparison. It's probably a very attractive goblin normally.
Yeah.
By goblin standards, a 5 is pretty good.
Yeah, that's it.
That's
this is-
racist against goblins.
So
You mean the warty
goblin
ones?
is in studded leather armor. carries
yes.
A bow and arrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you artist, aka me, who's probably going to be drawing this scene.
Bertie. There's something about the half elf that seems familiar to you.
Okay.
You can't quite place it. You can't place the name.
So we're working past Bertie's like squinty, like, He looks very perplexed while we're wandering past, I guess, and hearing in on this scene. Okay.
Roll me
Can I roll
an
something?
insight check.
Okay, I'm gonna use your dice. Not great.
That's what I imagine the hot goblin would say.
14?
14. You still can't place the name, but you feel reasonably safe that you're able to write off any previous encounter with this person because
He hasn't fucked them. That's good to know.
the person you thought they were, you have.
Oh no.
But you've written it off as that person was human, so no, this can't be that person.
Okay.
Have you fucked their dad?
Oh no.
Or potentially half sibling.
I'm very concerned right now, actually.
It's been
Okay.
probably a couple of decades since
Have
you
you
saw that
fucked their
person.
granddad?
Can you please tell me what they look like in more detail, Darby? Bertie looks very worried right now.
Can Bertie roll something to figure out the connection? I want to know.
I'm assuming we'll find out later.
Teenaged.
Okay.
She looks quite like someone you had a fling with.
Oh no.
Someone your boy.
Oh no.
A rare occasion of a fling with a woman.
Yeah. Oh no. Bertie's like looking more and more horrified as he's like standing there.
This occurrence was after. This was This was early in your career, but after your encounter with Zorthram Tathara.
You know she's got real when Jake's figured that shit out.
Oh no.
Sorry, that probably hurt.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Quite some time ago.
There are some almost Eladrin-like features mixed in.
Oh shit.
Okay, but daddy or granddaddy?
Oh,
You said decades.
yeah.
How many decades?
Well,
Oh no.
just shy of 2.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. So daddy.
Yeah.
Oh no. So Bertie's just kind of like, we like start stopping for pausing for a moment to look at this group. And he's like, oh yeah. And then you kind of just like, if one of you like, I guess Neumann looks over, you kind of just see Bertie like, just kind of like freeze and they'll be like, It's kind of like, oh no. There's a lot of petals
I imagine
shedding everywhere.
there's probably
Is
almost
that a
like
reason why we
a
have
moment of like,
stopped?
is that?
Oh.
No, it can't be. That was a human.
Oh.
Wait a second.
Yeah, that's exactly the kind of
Is that a reason why we have
stages
stopped?
of grief that
We
he's
have
going
a job
through right
to
now.
do. What is going on?
Bertie's freaking out a little bit.
Yeah, it's fine. Let's keep going. Let's go. We gotta go to the convocation now. It's fine.
You're
Let's
really
go.
motivated to go. Is there something wrong?
Nope. Everything is fine.
All right.
Let's let these people
Well-
cheer on these heroes.
All right.
Let's keep going.
All right, we'll go.
got
But
important
as long
things
as you're okay.
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right.
You don't sound fine,
just
but
think-
let's just go.
I think he's tired.
Yeah, I'm really
Yeah,
tired.
Yeah, actually, with your passive perception, you do hear a bit of a chant from
God.
Of a name? Is it a name I know?
You don't hear the chant of a name, but you hear like someone talking amongst the crowd that is like you key into this voice because it is a very familiar voice to you.
Ooh.
You recognize the voice of an old orc friend, Vola.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Oh, hold on. I have to figure out how I'm going to react to this.
It's Eddie's
Shit.
turn now.
Okay.
Why are you both freaking out?
Wait, hold on. Vola? Vola, is that you? Is that a she was half orc, wasn't she? Yeah.
Orc.
Orc. Yeah, she was orc. Is there a orc nearby, like an orc lady?
I believe.
Oh,
And wasn't
that's the
wasn't one
hot
of the heroes an
orc.
orc lady?
Heavily
yeah, the hot
armored one.
orc.
Yeah, you mean the one standing up at the podium there?
Well, I can't see them, dipshit.
Yeah, but there's an orc standing up on the podium. Everyone's chanting Dragon
Take me to
Slayer.
her. I know her.
Don't we
She's
ha-
an old friend.
I thought we were going. Oh, an old friend.
We've got important.
All right. I thought you just really wanted to go to the convocation,
Yeah,
but like,
we should.
no, we're definitely.
Okay, but I don't want to miss her. She's great.
All right. Let's go meet your friend. All right. Are you coming, Bertie?
Yeah. I'll just one moment. And he kind of like turns around for a little bit, and he kind of like. Not kind of like the chaotic.
He turns back. He's got a fake mustache.
Well,
They'll never recognize
it's
me
not
now.
like the chaotic, like magical, like kind of shifting around that he was doing before he was getting agitated. But he kind of like suddenly, you kind of like get like kind of flickering from his image, and then he kind of just like shuffles like his appearance, I guess.
I was right. It's a fake mustache and a hat.
Is this mask of many faces?
Yeah. So he's gonna
This is
because he's just doing it really quickly. He's just gonna go to shorthand for one of like his previous like scammy sort of like things. So I guess yeah. So I guess like he just shuffles it, so he just looks a lot more like humanoid, I suppose. I don't know, like slightly more feminine, I suppose, as well.
Right.
Yeah, rather than he looks kind of.
Anya notices nothing.
Yeah,
rightio.
a lot more ladylike. Yeah.
Should I ask or?
No, it's fine. Let's go.
All right. Let's go.
Yep, it's fine. Yep, cool. We're doing this. And like obviously, like his like clothing just shifts appearance as well. Still kind of the same color scheme, but like, yep,
Yeah.
more
All right.
ladylike.
All right. So you approach.
Yeah. Vola, is that you?
Hey. Anya, how have you been?
Oh my goodness, I cannot believe it. It's been years, many
long.
years.
Much too long. What brings you to Dorum?
Well, we have to see the convocation. Have you heard of what happened at Wildshade?
No. What has happened at Wildshade?
Wildshade has fallen to a dark entity. We were in the city when it happened, and we need to rectify what has happened.
Oh.
But congratulations on dragon slaying, was it? That they were cheering about?
Yeah, Only a young one, but
What kind of dragon
You've
was
come
it?
a long way from...
Neumann butts in.
Oh, yes, this is Neumann.
I'm Neumann,
and,
by the way.
Bertie and Tanip, my friends. Friends? Friends.
a pleasure to meet you. You know, you don't look like a Bertie to me.
Oh yeah. It's a nickname. It's a funny nickname.
Do I look like a Neumann?
He definitely
'cause I
does.
am.
You can't disagree with that.
No,
Congrats.
it was a black dragon.
We fought one of those.
Yes, not
we did.
not too long ago. It was quite exhilarating. It was underwater of all places. We've both come a long way
that
from...
would have been tricky.
Oh, it was interesting. We had the help of a friend. No, would we call her that?
Yeah.
Well, she didn't kill us.
Yes, and that is your
Yeah.
requirement for friends, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yet you never say we're your friends.
And yet, you still
always
hang around me.
Speaking of
Anyway, you guys are having your conversation. I'm just here.
Speaking of help from a friend, we've gotten word of a bounty on an adult blue, which we reckon with a few extra hands we could probably take it. It might be nice to work together again.
As much as I truly would love to do that, Vola, unfortunately there are tasks that I must prioritize.
Of course. But if you ever find yourself in need of cash or the treasure, more importantly, imagine that.
Oh, it would be
Adult dragon's hoard.
to
Bertie's like,
to join you in
little bit
battle again
inconsolable.
would be treasure enough, my dear. But unfortunately, there are a few things I need to take care of before I can go back to fighting for the pleasure of it, unfortunately.
Of course.
You know how it gets.
I understand how it is.
Yes. But it seems you have a mighty fine party yourself, by the sounds of it.
Yes.
I am blind
introduce
now,
them?
by the way. You would not have seen me since
No.
everything has gone on, and I
Did that happen?
in the battle what was the name?
The it was
I
like
can't think of the name of the city.
the Battle of Lateran.
Yeah, in the Battle of Hazelrode there was an accident, and I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but Bryn, she is no longer with us either.
Sad.
Yes, it is.
Sorry for your loss. I know how much she meant to you.
It was it is very difficult, but here I am.
Yes. Shall I introduce you to my new allies?
Of course, I would love to know who has made your acquaintance now.
Of course. This is she gestures toward the goblin. This is Tolok. He is maybe tiny, but he is very good at dealing with the massive creatures.
Oh, I am impressed, Tolok.
Yes, he's bit of a slayer himself. This gesturing towards the hobgoblin. This is Olaf. Don't let the armor fool you. He is a powerful mage.
Well, I cannot see the armor, so it would not have fooled me anyway.
Of course, yes.
A bit of blind humor. Do not stress it, Vol.
And this is our newest ally, Bianca. she's mostly a martial artist, but has a little bit of magic. Says she was born with it.
Oh, how interesting. So like a sorcerer?
Something like that.
Bertie is like so tense right now, but he just kind of like shrinks a little bit more behind you. But you guys aren't looking, so it's fine.
You should summon Hafren so you can see everyone.
No.
No? Well,
Hafren is dealing with more important things right now.
Tanit pipes up. What about your
amulet,
gem?
yeah. Use that. Surely you wanted to see your friend again.
I suppose so, but yes, I did not really think of that, but
Me and Tanit, we're smart. We're a smart bunch.
Yeah, they're great.
so Anya, she unravels her
Gem of seeing.
blindfold from her eyes because she had it wrapped back around her eyes again. Has since the battle, and she activates her gem of true sight.
Yeah. So you see Vola.
Any new scars?
A couple, nothing major, but yeah, a few new scars. You see, Orloth is a tall figure.
Tall, very hot.
Yeah. And Vola's summation was right. You would not expect him to be a mage, especially considering the extensive armor he wears, and the fact that he has a long sword by his side. Tolok, short. He seems to be almost like his attention seems to be flitting from place to place. One moment he might be his attention might be flitting from place to place, and then the next it might be very focused on something. And then Bianca, you notice the eyes are purple.
My passive perception is 21. And my passive investigation is 15. And my passive insight is 19.
Yeah, you notice there is a certain resemblance to Bertie.
Well, all Eladrins look like that, so it's fine. Have you seen any other Eladrins? It's probably normal.
Vola and company, you will have to excuse the scars. A bit of a battle wound, and I know that my eyes are a little intimidating. Do not fear. The magical redness is a side effect of sorts, I guess.
Bianca speaks up. I know what it's like to have people fear you for your appearances.
Oh, I would not tell looking at you, but
it's just something that happens from time to time. I can mostly control it now, but it was tough growing up.
and I'm sorry if this is too intrusive to ask, Bianca, but you are half elf, yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god.
And he kind of glances at Bertie, but don't say anything.
Bertie has a glamour
very
up,
ladylike.
Yeah.
but your passive perception is also high enough that you would see through it. Because what's your save DC?
Sure.
Spell save DC.
Hang on.
Versus your passive perception is, what was it again? It's like
It'll be
passive perception is 21.
yeah.
Yeah. So she beats it. It's a 16.
Yeah.
So you notice there's a glamour up, but you see through it.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you grew up with your human parent, yes?
Yes.
And do you know your elven parent?
No.
Huh.
Bertie's just like staring very intently at Anya, like,
That is
but more like
that is interesting.
trying to violently communicate with her with his eyes.
I have once met an Eladrin who looked very much like you.
God.
Really?
Yes.
Where was he?
Well, we traveled together for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did this weird pedal thing.
You wouldn't pick up on what I'm putting down. It's only because I have a huge passive perception.
No,
But I also
that's like
saw
his
Bertie change his face.
Yeah.
No, and also like technically Neumann
roll
is
me-
just saying like he does this
Newman.
pedal thing, like that's
But
all.
also, I don't know the
Between Newman
she's
changing
talking
his
about.
face and the explicit mention of Eladrin,
Oh,
roll me
no.
an insight check.
But also, like, I've
It's gonna
travelled
be a
with
high
many
DC.
different parties before.
Yeah, it's going to be a high DC, but it is possible for him to piece it together.
Do I use my DM inspiration for this?
Oh, no.
Oh, please do.
It's up to you, man.
Yep.
Oh my god.
I don't know how it was just on my old sheet, and I always cross it off if I use it. So I've still got it for something.
You've used it, yeah. I think because you racked up about 2 inspirations, so you've used one of them.
Rolled one higher.
What's the
So for an insight, has just a flat 8.
Flat 8, yeah, no. No, you don't pick up on anything here.
Yes, I did travel with an Eladrin that looks very much like you for a while.
Mum used to say that he was a powerful mage.
I think that he's still alive, if that helps you at all. But he is someone who holds power in many different ways, I think. And I think that, well, I'm sure that upon seeing you, he would probably be proud to see what sort of person he has helped create, I guess.
Oh my god.
Don't you guys
Maybe
think
a crisis.
Well, I mean, yeah, you do look very accomplished.
Yes.
So
She does, yeah.
Don't
yeah.
you think so, Bertie?
Yeah, I agree. You look great.
oh yeah, that's right, because you turned into a more feminine.
Yeah.
Bertie, they know many Eladrin, don't you?
It's a little bit racist, but yes. yeah, I've met Eladrin before. They're pretty weird people, aren't they? Well, no offense to you, of course. You seem great. Are you an Eladrin too?
Half.
Oh, well.
From my father.
Oh, fancy that. Well, you obviously are making a really good life for yourself. Traveling, that's pretty cool. Dragon killing, that's great.
You are in good hands if you are traveling with my friend Volley here. How long have you two traveled together?
Well, just coming up on maybe a year.
She will take good care of you. She did with me.
Yes, I've learnt fast working with these guys.
Yes.
It's been fun.
Yeah. Anyone who keeps the company of Vola tends to be brilliant, if I do say so myself. Tap myself in the eyes with the dirty glasses.
You're gonna that's like Bertie's vibes, like reaching Anya through, like into the human realm.
Stop it right now.
Stop poking into my horrible life affairs. Oh man.
Well, perhaps before we leave the city, we will catch up again. Where are you guys staying? Are you staying for much longer?
We would be staying as long as until we find another bounty that we think we can collect. And maybe we'll find some people to split the blue dragon bounty with. Maybe we'll find some other job, but it depends.
Would you ever consider traveling back to Navora?
Oh, depends on the job.
I may have something I might ask of you. I will come find you. Where are you staying?
We are well, bit of a windfall, so we are staying at the Silk Sling.
The Silk Sling.
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 Has Bertie stayed there before, Darby?
Yeah, that's probably the one that he would default to when
Bertie's like,
Dorum.
So Bertie's like,
It's
oh,
not-
that's a great place. I've stayed there before.
It's-
They really look after you there.
We may
Great place for drinking.
It's not the most expensive tavern, but it's nice and wealthy without being like it's nice and wealthy quality
makes sense.
without being too excessive.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I cannot speak for my companions, but I may seek you out there later.
Always good to work with an old friend.
Yes, of course. Now, I have delayed us a lot more than I intended, and we should really be getting to the convocation.
Yeah, you really wanted to go there earlier.
I know, but now you have met Volva.
You must be a really good friend because she was very, very keen
I
on
would
going.
hope so.
I should actually kind of mention too. Do you remember that asshole that I traveled with for a little bit? You didn't meet him for very much. Archer?
Oh, no.
Yeah, Archer. I remember that name. I remember him being an ouse, yes. Don't remember much more than that, though.
Yeah, he is no longer alive. He joined the cult.
He attacked
Does
us.
not surprise me.
Yeah, but I made sure that he was sent to the afterlife. Mostly, he said he might come back, but just if you see him about, that may be a cause for concern.
Noted.
So,
Hopefully,
careful.
I see you by the Silk Sling later on.
Yeah, I hope
if,
so.
If not, then elsewhere.
Of course. Thank you, Vola. I will.
It's been a pleasure to see you again.
The pleasure has been mine.
Well.
I will see you later.
I see you later. We are going to celebrate our job well done.
Of course.
Yeah, great job.
Enjoy the spoils of your bounty.
Thank you.
And it was lovely meeting you, Bianca, and of course,
Thank you.
you too. The others whose names I forget.
It was Olaf and Tolok.
Olaf and
Yes.
Tolok. I'm sure we will get acquainted one day too.
Pleasure. From Olaf.
I was really hoping that was coming from the small one.
And then Tolok is like, pleasure. Pleasure.
I'm very disappointed that the deep voice wasn't.
He's trying to like sound more appealing because he's like, oh, I gotta sound more non-threatening next to like this big hunk of spunk. So you know, I don't want my weirdly
right.
deep voice to intimidate them.
So you make your
Oh my
way
gosh!
towards the tower.
Oh my gosh!
We worked out during like the character building that Bertie had a child out there somewhere.
Yeah, I remember that. I was like, oh shit, it's come back. Oh, so you fucks a lot, so that's great. Oh my god. I can't believe that. So basically, like Bertie's not going to talk to you. No, he's still got the glamour on. And
That was interesting.
he's just striding along.
Don't
Still
you think
Very
that
odd
was
expression.
interesting, Bertie?
I don't know what you mean. We should be getting to the convocation right now.
Why have you Why the face, by the way? I said I wouldn't ask, but now I'm just... You've still got it on. Is something wrong?
No, it's fine. I just, I need to get, we need to get to the convocation. I just, okay.
They might not recognize you at the convocation.
Well, I'll drop it when we get there, okay? Let's just stop complaining about this. Oh my god.
oh my god. Get off my case.
Get off my back. Should I fetch you a ladder so you can get off my back? Oh my gosh. Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah.
You reach the tower, where you are greeted by, after a bit of waiting, greeted by a couple of members of the convocation.
When we step inside, Bertie just drops all of that glamour with a pop of petals everywhere.
So
He spits out it. He coughs out a petal.
Anya, who can now see you, kind of just smirks at you.
Verona,
He won't look at you at all.
who you met last time, the elf librarian. She is there. You also see there are two figures that you don't recognize. One of them is
What? I believe his name was, or...
There's figures we don't
we spoke of him.
yeah. So there is a human. There is a human. Darker skin. You recognize it as the features as being very Karasi. In kind of blue robes. Actually, no, purple. Sorry, close to a purple. He is talking to a female half-orc in pale blue robes. And Verona takes you over to them and introduces you to them. These are Ulrich Skullstrike, Master Conjurer, and Alazira Torva, Master Diviner of the Convocation. Ulrich, Alazira, these are Anya, Neumann, and Bertie. They were the ones who dealt with the Wizards of the Ruin at the tower, the tomb of the ancient wizard, and travelled to Wildshade to see what was going on with the cult there.
Well, we have good news and bad news.
Boy, howdy.
Which would you like first?
I will ask, Ulrich speaking, the bad news, would that have anything to do with the changes, or I should say, disappearance of the Shadowfell from the Great Wheel?
If the Shadowfell happens to be the entity that has now escaped into our world on the part of the ritual going very wrong, then yes, I'd say that might be the bad news. But the good news is, the cultists are all dead.
And we stopped the demons from coming in.
Yeah, the demon didn't come through.
The demons they were trying to bring in did not come through.
Precisely, so we've technically fulfilled the quest.
And we are, or at the very least, I am, more than willing to rectify this.
So, how did you go about preventing preventing the infernal force being brought through. I have a theory, but I do not wish to taint your answers with my own guesses.
We tracked down the woman who we were tasked with finding and investigating. Yeah. And she is no longer Desdemona.
I have been briefed by a cigar.
We were in her mansion, and we were trying to investigate, but then they came before we could really do much to prepare. But we ended up getting into a fight whilst they were doing the ritual.
I did try to break the altar. That did not work, and they, while I was there, approached.
Interesting.
I then cast darkness. The problem was that while in the darkness, the ritual was still carried out. Whether the darkness is something that contributed to the ritual going wrong, I do not know. All I know is that it did not stop them. Even death of their members did not stop them.
But as far as I'm aware, Desdemona was definitely killed in the battle.
She definitely was. I killed her.
So, was there any sort of interaction with the any sort of potential components to the ritual?
Oh yes, Bertie did his part fine. The gem was tarnished.
Yeah, we tried to stop it from happening, but it was really we couldn't remove the component.
We couldn't break it. We couldn't touch it.
Okay. I don't use it. I'm a businessman. I don't use it for anything illegal, but I do have a spell that just kind of decreases the value temporarily of something. And so that would have it doesn't do anything bad. I mean,
spell typically in the repertoire of priests, is it?
Well,
I don't see how that is relevant.
Yeah, that's it. It's
I do not wish to place any implications on the morals of your friends. I
good.
seek to interpret events and work out what may have caused
the events have happened. What we need to do now is take action, not dwell on the past.
But to understand what occurred may aid us in future endeavors.
I guess, but there is not much more we can tell you. We went there. The job was botched.
Mr. Benwell.
Yeah. Yes, that's me.
Where do your powers come from?
My powers? Oh, well, I'm a follower.
Not the divine.
That is a very invasive question.
Yeah,
to
it's
ask
really personal.
The arcane. You do not strike me as particularly academic.
Kind of rude, a little bit hurtful. I can't disagree with you.
Unintelligent.
Yeah, I got street smarts.
You don't seem to be the type to take up magic through books.
Yeah, I'm a follower of Thethys, so I kind of get my magic through those kinds of means.
That is your divine magic.
Yeah.
You're also clearly a practicer of the arcane, are you not?
Yeah, well, I'm an Eladrin, so, it's kind of we're baked into the mold of, the Feywilds and magic, so, yeah, I mean, I guess, I kind of harness that as well, so, yeah.
Where did your powers come from?
I've already told you.
Your arcane powers.
Just out of curiosity, where does Neumann get his powers from? He's an artificer, so is that just
It's like wizards. It's through studying
learning
and being able to kind of tinker with magic, basic magic.
Yeah.
So just roll me a deception check.
Oh no.
I just want to it may seem very sort of odd for Anya to be so sort of defensive of it, but she's also has powers of nefarious means also.
Yeah.
So she's like, it's very
fair.
rude to ask people where their powers come from. Jeez.
It's 23.
All right.
He's very deceptive.
23. Let me find all
Oh
his
no.
stats.
He's gonna have like 5,000 plus 5,000 to insight.
I can't remember what his insight is.
Oh no.
I can't
hope
remember
it's
whether
a
he's
zero,
spec for
Bertie.
insight or not.
Oh, it's plus 3.
Um,
Funny thing, well, Bertie's like worst like skills are Arcana and religion.
so what was your total?
He's very dumb. I think it was 23. 23.
Okay, he beat it by 1.
Oh my god!
Ulrich beat you by 1.
Oh
He
no!
got 24.
Oh come on! Come on!
Mr. Ben Warren, there is something you are not telling me that may be important in piecing all of this together.
Okay, I do have some magic. I don't know where it came from. Maybe it's something down the line. I would know. Can't really ask my parents. So like, yeah.
It is very
That's just
rude
it.
to
It's
ask
like
people where
really
their magic is
personal,
from.
precisely. Yeah. That's it. That's all I have. But like most of my magic, it's all coming from the good Lord Fethus, and my own race, I guess.
We were there.
Like, yeah.
We saw that his spell worked. His spell had nothing to do
Yeah, I
with it.
even told them about it, and like I don't like showing people that spell because people kind of get the wrong impression sometimes. But clearly, what you have.
Components in magic are very particular. Sure, sometimes they can be used, they can be replaced if they are of inconsequential value by a arcane focus. But when something is more valuable, it is often, especially with conjuration magic, you must understand, it is often keyed in to planes of existence.
Yup.
My
I know that much.
running theory is that in altering the properties of that diamond that acted as an arcane component for the ritual, that you may have interfered with which plane it was keyed to, changing it from connection to the nine hells to the Shadowfell.
Well, I mean that's a lot of conjecture, really. I mean, like we also didn't see what happened in that ritual because of the darkness spell. So like anything could have happened at that point. Like it's just a harmless spell. We were doing what we could to like stop the ritual. Like
Any number
it
of
was
things
completely
could have
flooded
been
in
the
darkness.
cause.
We couldn't see anything.
Not just Bertie. And I think that
Yeah.
dwelling on it, when we cannot truly know what happened, is foolish. What we need to know is what we're doing next.
I agree. Also, Tanip, do you have that like the jug? Is it on like the beer setting? Because I could really use that right now.
I think it does one.
The half orc speaks up.
yeah, you white.
You'll allow me.
I'm very parched right now.
Bertie, is it?
Yep.
I'm a diviner. Do you know what that means?
Yeah.
It means that. Well, yes.
I don't know what that means. What does it mean?
It means
Yeah.
Sorry, I am not a
Please tell us,
spellcaster.
half orc
it means
diviner.
that I specialize in magics that seek to understand the past, the present, and the future beyond the natural capabilities of those not utilizing magic. I have cast legend lore on to gather information on the Shadowfell already, but it has only given me recent information, and nothing to suggest why something like this would happen if a gate was changed from one place to another. If anyone has some sort of name of a being that they can offer up, then I may be able to provide more information.
Maybe we can research it.
It may be nothing, but Ulrich is he may be a bit pressing, but he knows his stuff when it comes to conjuration.
As a diviner, is there any spell where you can see into, say, someone's mind?
Yeah.
I did not
I really
hear
need
its
to
name,
use the bathroom. Could anyone
but I saw its face.
direct me to the bathroom?
Would that be helpful?
Oh yeah,
to you?
yeah. good idea.
Not with legend lore, unfortunately. I need to know a name.
Well, none of us heard the name.
Yeah.
We were all in the same room. It did not utter its name. It did say, and excuse me, I may be paraphrasing here, freedom.
Oh my god, that's great.
That is concerning.
It's a little bit worried.
I was there. It was very concerning, yes.
I don't think I'm particularly too aware of what the Shadowfell is.
He was
as
not
well.
even in the room.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh yeah, don't
maybe if
ask
we,
me any questions
read up
regarding
about
what...
the Shadowfell. I've got a book on the Shadowfell. Maybe if I read that, we'll find something.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
Oh.
It was
That actually might be
literally in the mansion
very
there.
helpful.
So hey, maybe I can give that to you guys. You can have a read of that. Maybe that'll help. Well, yeah, I'm a helpful guy.
Ulrich might be able to give you a bit of a rundown. So the
Sure.
Shadowfell was one of the planes of the Great Wheel. One of the inner planes, more specifically. The part of the way that magic interacts with the world is through the division of planes, and it was also through the idea of, in particular with the Shadowfell and to a lesser extent the Feywild, there are ideas of dark mirrors and opposites and the like. The Shadowfell is often seen, or was often seen, as a dark mirror of the prime material plane. The Feywild, similarly, is a more vivid, dreamlike mirror to the material plane. Then you start to get into the elemental chaos, which is where your planes of fire, water, earth, and air come in, and then after that you get into the outer planes, the planes filled with creatures that are concerned with the 9 axes morality. There's sort of theory of morality that has been is a bit more hardline in the outer planes than it is within the inner plane. one of the key things that some people may have heard about here. I don't know whether you would have yourself, but have you ever heard of an event called the Blood War?
Yes.
I read about it.
It is basically.
I don't think I have.
It is the war between. Is essentially the war between the chaotic devils and chaotic demons and the lawful devils. Takes place. The prime battlefield of it is the first layer of hell, where demons fight unending hordes of demons fight legions of devils in an endless battle. It is theorized that if either side were to ever win, it would not be good for the universe. Fortunately, both sides are at a sort of stalemate, long term anyway.
Well, isn't that nice?
But
My
one of the
demon
other
devil
reasons,
me.
one of the other reasons that the collapse or the removal of the Shadowfell from the Great Wheel is concerning is that it may lead to other planes bleeding into our own, which worryingly might mean the blood war could come to Fierlor.
Yep, we definitely don't want that.
No, we do not.
No, that would be very bad. We'll have to try to do something to stop it.
And what
Am I
can
right?
we do to stop it?
Yeah.
What do we do to reverse what has been done?
And yeah, his cigar here, he's been very helpful with.
Yeah, we came here to see Cigar.
Yeah, Newman's best friend.
He's dealing with his own errands today. We can summon the rest of the convocation for an emergency meeting tomorrow.
Of course.
But for now, take the time to rest. I imagine that you have pressed on a very, very difficult journey in order to get here as quickly as you have.
It's true.
And tomorrow we will discuss with the full convocation what the next step forward will be.
Good.
And
Can't wait.
if you have any names, any information that could help us, it is better that we have that sooner rather than later. If Al-Azira can cast legend lore tonight, she might be able to do some extra research and bring her findings to a meeting tomorrow.
Yeah, unfortunately, the only one I know is Desdemona, as far as I'm aware. But
And
that's
he gives Bertie a pointed stare.
Bertie looks away. He's like,
Yup. Well, just she like haven't addressed. Because if I think of something, I'll let you know. I'm
The
sure like these
diviners-
guys will too.
The Diviner Tower.
Cool. Well, if I think of something, I'll see you there.
I'm sure you will.
And I'm sure that you will spend your time until we re-meet tomorrow investigating instead of pointed accusations.
I'm not-
Anya puts an arm on like Bertie's arm and she's like,
But he like jumps.
we will leave now.
Yeah.
I make no accusations.
Oh no, you only imply them. We will go now.
I understand that many beings held in packs are placed there outside of their own knowledge. Does not hold them from learning of their benefactors.
We have told you what we know, and we will leave now.
I trust that you have told me what you know.
Let's go.
Let's go. Yep.
Where are we going?
Fuck. What was the name of that inn?
Yeah.
We will go meet
The
with
Silk
Vola
Swing.
and the others. Maybe they can help.
Sounds like a plan.
Until tomorrow.
Yeah, see you later.
Until tomorrow.
Excellent. Okay.
And that is where we're going to leave the session for tonight.
Excellent. Fun times.
You
I hope
are
you guys
playing
enjoyed
a dangerous game, Bertie.
Fun, good times.
Boy, it's okay. I'll get to have my chat next week, so it's fine.
Can we just call this episode just constant lying?
Yeah.
Lies and where they'll find you.
Yeah, it's also. What? That's the first I've heard of an unspeakable evil.
Yeah, six dot points that you could have gotten if you just said the name.
Well, sorry, Darby. You do know
See, I
Bertie.
started this session with Heather's in my head, like Heather's the musical in my head. Now I've got that Beetlejuice the musical song stuck in my head. So, on that note, thanks for listening, guys. Sorry for listening.
Sorry for listening, guys.
next week. Oh,
See you next
see you
week
next
for more
week.
drama.
Cowabunga.
Bunga, fuck you.